I've seen a lot of reports online saying how Diddy should just be let free.
I think on the RICO charge and the federal charges, I'm only convinced that he engaged in interstate transportation of prostitutes. And yes, that's a federal crime, a very low-level federal crime, which he would be guilty of and sentenced to less than 1 year. Sentenced to less than 1 year. Sentenced to less than 1 year.
See, I'm telling y'all now, just like with the RICO case from Young Thug, the reason why he took a plea is because it was about to be a hung jury, and they immediately just went to him. That's the reason why I'm saying it's going to be a plea deal at the last second, because the government needs to get a guilty verdict. Y'all got to understand, the government, the federal government, has a 98% conviction rate, and the conviction rate is not trials. It is what? Plea deals. So they're going to go to Diddy and say, hey, here's a plea deal. All you got to do is do 1 year in prison because you got time served. And then you're going to do 1 year in rehab and then 10 years probation. And Diddy's going to take it because they're going to get so close to Diddy getting like just let go. Well, they're going to be like, we got to get something. And the something has to be so favorable. Y'all got to understand, the government does not want to lose. So they're going to give him some dumb shit just so he can plead guilty, because he's not going to jail off of this shit. They have to give him something in order for their ego to stay intact. That's how they get their 90% conviction rates, because every single person gets a plea deal. These damn people getting federal indictments ain't doing 20 years in prison. No, Young Thug was supposed to get 20 to life. They went to him at the last minute because it was about to be a hung jury just so they can get a guilty conviction. And they got to give you something so easy where it's just like, all right, I'll take it. So you wonder why I'm saying only 1 year, because it's 1 year or continued trial and you get free. They got to get you on something. Young Thug was just at the BET Awards, hanging out, having a ball. Young Thug went to the BET Awards with Mariah Scientist. He's living his best goddamn life. He was just in trial. Same fucking lawyer got him off is going to get Diddy off. We just went through this with Young Thug. So this is what we're going to do, because I know y'all need y'all conviction rate. We will agree to 1 year time served and 1 year rehab facility and 10 years probation. Or we continue this trial. Everybody isn't going to plead him guilty. And I'm doing this for you because I want y'all to give me, y'all got to understand, lawyers do things for favors in the future. So he will give you Diddy and put Diddy in jail for a year, even though Diddy can go straight home. Because the thing about it is, lawyers need a favor for another case in the future. So they want to give the federal government a guilty plea. They don't want to win this case because the government will then have a black eye on their conviction rates. The government will look stupid if he just gets off. The government is like, all right, we got to get him on something. And Brian Steele is just going to be like, just give him 1 year like we did when Young Thug and we get up out of here. And they're going to be like, all right, cool. Diddy's lawyers do not want Diddy to go free, because then the government is going to be looking at Diddy's lawyers as like, damn, y'all just made us look stupid. You don't want to make the federal government look stupid. You want to work with the federal government so you can kind of like get another bullshit plea for your next client. So Brian Steele does not want Diddy to go home.
Got to reread this. Oh, girl says, I said you knew I would finish strong. Pep talks to keep me performing. I know I was consenting. Like you said, you didn't know I didn't want it. This is my truth.
You didn't know I didn't want it. She didn't want to do it, but he didn't know I didn't want to do it because I wanted to do it because you wanted to do it. But I wanted to do it because you wanted to do it.
I love you very much. I need to take a pause. Y'all, why are we here? She just said, I know I was consenting. You didn't know I didn't want it. This is my truth. Why are we here? She used the word consent. Yes, she used the word consent. Someone that says the feds forced her to testify. Someone said the feds forced her to testify. Must have. I think they must have. And I think that was foolish. But I still have a slight theory. Y'all, I have a theory that maybe Diddy wanted her to testify so that it would throw everything off as it seems to be doing right now. Basically, go in, be your nice, sweet self, testify to this ridiculous argument, and increase the likelihood that a jury will say not guilty to both of the counts.
Because every person that they put on his stand proves that Diddy didn't do none of this shit. Every person they get on stand is proving Diddy like he got good sex, or the women like him, or he's fun to be around, he's a nice person, something. That's all they proving.
Hey, how about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. How about 2 or 3 card games? The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun. Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. Actually, these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.